Got some special guests here in the studio to talk about a bunch of things, including a special night that is happening with the Somerset Patriots. It involves our friends at the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign, and it has to do with a young man who unfortunately lost his life while doing everything that he was supposed to do. And it was an incident involving drinking and driving. And I'm really honored to be joined in the studio by a couple of good friends of Michael Sott, who we lost some time ago. And they're going to give us some information about what's going on with the ball game and some things that are happening with Michael's memory. So let me welcome my special guests who are here, and a couple of really good guys who were friends of Michael's and fellow students at TCNJ. First, we have Eric Struble, who's with us here this morning. Good morning, Eric. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Bert.
And thanks for coming by. And we also have Brandon Mejia, who is here, too. And Brandon, good morning. Thank you for coming by also.
Thank you for having me.
I can remember when the story came about Michael Sott, and I don't know if maybe people don't remember the name specifically, Eric, but you want to just walk us through, unfortunately, what happened with Michael?
Yeah, so basically early December, Michael Sott was one of our brothers in our fraternity at TCNJ, Phi Kappa Psi. One night, Michael was a designated driver for myself and a bunch of our brothers, and he was tragically killed by someone who was drinking and driving, actually at a bar on campus. The driver had left that night around 2 a.m., and Michael had been shuttling people back and forth from campus to an off-campus house. The person that was drinking and driving crossed the double yellow lines and hit Michael and a bunch of our friends head on. Michael ended up dying 2 days later, and many of our other friends that were in the car are still to this day, doing physical therapy, still recovering from their injuries, but fortunate enough to not have lost their lives.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, our motto has just been live like Sott. It's on our shirts, and it's what we kind of strive to do every day, just to honor his memory.
I think that's what angers me the most about this is here was a guy that was doing the right thing. He was doing everything that he was supposed to do. He was the designated driver. He wanted people to have a good time and took it upon himself to make sure that everybody got home safely by being the guy who didn't drink and got everybody home and back and forth. And to lose his life because of someone else's carelessness, I think is just ridiculous. It really is. And I feel bad for you guys, obviously, who knew him and his family and all the lives that he touched. A baseball player there in Clark, and he played some high school ball, didn't play in college, but a guy that just way too young to be losing his life like this. That's for sure. Brandon, what kind of kid was Michael like? Did you guys like kind of palling around with him? Seemed like a good kid.
He was my age. We both joined Phi Psi at the same time, so we were also both in the same grade, like I said. So I met him as a freshman my spring semester. To be honest, the short amount of time that I did have with Sott, it's amazing how much you could do with that time. I went from not knowing him at all to just meeting him in a basement party to him becoming one of my best friends by the end.
Wow.
Sadly, the night of him passing away did happen, I'm very glad I spent the time with him the days leading up to that. I'll never forget that Friday he told me when we came back from whatever, and he was just he just told me how much he loved me, and honestly, at that time, you just don't think about it. Honestly, I was pushing him off, go to bed, man. It's 2 in the morning.
Right.
But it's just I actually went to the basketball game because one of our brothers was on the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
We always love to go together to go show support, obviously, because we're all a close-knit group and love to support each other no matter what we do. And I'm just glad I spent all the time with him that I did. I know, obviously, I would love for him to still be here without a doubt.
Yeah.
I would do anything for that. But honestly, it makes me feel happy that I did what I did with him before that. And he was actually helping me go through a tough time in my life, which also just goes to show how selfless he was. He always cared about other people and put others in front of himself. And you can see that with the night he did drive. I'll never forget, he honestly didn't want to. I mean, no one wants to miss out on a night, but you get picked. That's how it goes, unless you pay out of it. Unless out of that, that's how our system goes, at least.
Okay, uh-huh.
Because obviously we want sober drivers. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
Sure.
We want to do the right thing. And he did do the right thing, sadly. We did everything right, and sometimes there's just some things out of your control that you just, sadly happens.
Just an incredible young man who literally up until his last moment on this planet was giving and helping other people. I mean, and for guys your age, I mean, you don't think that you're going to see somebody for the last time. I mean, you guys, you're thinking about your futures, and you got decades and decades of your lives still to go. And when a young guy your age, when one of your friends is just there one day and gone the next, I mean, that's a tough thing. But I could tell you guys care very deeply about him, and you want to keep his name out there and kind of keep his legacy alive. That's why I want to thank the Patriots and the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for what they're doing at a special Patriots game that's coming up in a little over, I guess it's a little under 2 weeks or so from now. But we'll give you all the information on that and what that's all about and some things that are continuing. But one memory about Michael, Eric, you want to just share that? Maybe a special thing that maybe you guys had together, or maybe a special moment that you guys had?
Yeah, sure. I mean, personally, like Brandon said, Michael was someone that would always tell you how he felt about you. He was always someone that would tell you, I love you, thank you so much. He always, was very thankful of the opportunities he had. And really, I'm someone that's a few years older than Brandon and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And he really thanked me for the opportunity when he got into the fraternity, and he came to me one day and he said, I want to do anything to help all you guys. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, so thankful to have you guys as friends. Please, anything that you guys need, let me step up and help, whether it's community service, whether it's fundraising. And he just wanted to do anything to, help his brothers. And, that just speaks to what Brandon said. He was such a selfless guy, always putting others, in front of him. So, that just speaks to his character, and that's, how he was on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you some information again coming up in just a few moments. The Somerset Patriots are hosting a very special night where you can purchase some tickets and kind of show your support and kind of help keep the memory of Michael alive. We'll give you all the information on that coming up in just a bit. Got some special in-studio guests who are friends and fraternity brothers of Michael Sotz, who unfortunately lost his life at the end of last year, serving as a designated driver. I got some guys who are here from TCNJ. We have special guests who are here. We have Eric Struble, who was originally from Hamilton, and Brandon Mejia, who is from Tinton Falls. And both the guys are here today to talk about an event that is coming up with Michael Sotz and also the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign. Somerset Patriots are going to be honoring Michael at a home game coming up on Friday, June 28th at 7 o'clock. And it's your chance to join Clark Family Day. That's where he was from. He was from Clark?
Yes.
That was his hometown, right? So it's Clark Family Day, and an honor for the memory of Michael Sotz. It's going to happen on June 28th at TD Bank Ballpark. Gates open at 6. The baseball game opens at 7. And you can purchase tickets for this game for just $12 each. It's to remember Michael, show your support. And there's a couple of locations where you can buy tickets, these $12 tickets. You can pick them up at the Clark Police Headquarters, which is on Westfield Avenue in Clark. And also they're selling them at the Clark Recreation Department, which is also on Westfield Avenue. So you can purchase these discounted tickets here. They're also giving away Patriots hats that night for the first 2,000 fans. But do get your tickets and come out for this. The plan of this, guys, Eric, is to put up a billboard with his picture and an anti-drunk driving message that the Hero Campaign is part of, right?
Yes,
is that what this
exactly. Yeah, first of all, can't thank the Hero Campaign enough, and Clark Township and the Patriots for putting this together. It's obviously, for an amazing guy, as Michael was. But yes, all the proceeds for the tickets and 50/50 raffle are going to go to the Hero Campaign and a billboard that will be displayed on a major highway.
Okay.
It'll, feature Michael on it and, kind of be, the motto of the Hero Campaign is obviously to, raise drunk driving awareness and to remember someone like Michael. So all the proceeds from the game will be going to that.
Yeah, and again, what that's about is, as Eric had said, to end drunk driving through the use of designated drivers. And Michael was doing just that. He like we had said, right up until his last moments was about helping people. He was serving as a designated driver, and unfortunately, as a result of an accident with someone who was drinking, lost his life, which is incredibly tragic. But again, do come out to the game, and I want to thank the Patriots for getting involved as well. I mean, when it comes to things like this and community efforts and whatnot, the Patriots do it better than anybody else. So I want to thank our friends at the Patriots for getting involved too. Again, the night of the game is Friday, June 28th at 7 p.m., and you can purchase tickets for $12 each through the Clark Police Department. You can call their number 732-639-3164. Or through the Clark Recreation Department, you can call 908-337-7773 and get tickets for this game here and show your support for Clark and for the family of Michael and for the guys at TCNJ and for his fraternity family as well. They will miss him forever. There's no doubt about it. The slogan, Bragan, and live ever, die never. That's important. That's the fraternity slogan, right? And it's something that you guys are kind of rallying behind, right?
Definitely. Because like I said, even though Sat's not here, he's still alive through the stuff that we're doing. Obviously, he affected so many people that, you know, a whole town, not only a whole town, but like the Somerset Patriots. Thank you again for you guys for hosting this.
Sure.
Just the fact that like his memory is still alive, and we want to keep that because we never want him to. He never died to us. He'll always be there for us, and we want to keep that memory. But by doing that is by keeping his memory alive through stuff like this, coming on talk shows to talk about it, and just spread the message of using designated drivers instead of drunk driving, because we can see the consequences and how it can affect not only the victims' lives but also whoever did sadly perpetrate the actions.
Yeah, exactly. And Eric, you guys, the shirts you guys are wearing today, you had some special shirts made up. You sold those to kind of raise some money. And also, you guys did a GoFundMe back in December. That the response was just incredible, right? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, in the wake of the accident itself, we started a GoFundMe. We ended up, our goal started out as $25,000. We ended up raising $125,000. We got donations from all over the place, actually all over the country. People were reaching out, family, friends, different Greek brothers and sisters from different schools all over the country reached out to, say their condolences, but also to donate money that went to the families for, hospital bills and sadly for Michael's family, funeral expenses and things of that nature. But yes, and we also made the shirts. They had the slogan on it, "Live Like Sot." That was something that we kind of came up with after that car accident had happened, that the best way to, remember Mike would be to live like him or live like Sot. So, it's just, obviously it's a horrible thing that happened, but, we're just glad to continue to remember him and, have great events like this. And again, can't thank the Hero Campaign enough and the Patriots for doing this.
Yeah, and really thanks to everybody for making this possible. And again, the night of the game at TD Bank Ballpark is Friday, June 28th. This will be a special game in the memory of Michael Sot. It's part of the Clark Family Day events that are happening. It's a 7 o'clock game against Long Island. Not only will we have it here on WCTC, but we would love for you to purchase these $12 tickets that are going to go to show the support there for Michael's family. And again, through the Clark Police Department or through the Clark Recreation Department, you can just contact them and get these tickets here for the game that's coming up on June 28th. And it's part of the Hero Campaign, and you can visit herocampaign.org for more information on that there. Well, Eric, Brandon, thank you guys for being here. My heart's broken for you guys that you lost your friend, but you're keeping his memory alive, which is just an incredible thing to do. So when people take events like this, tragic events, and kind of move forward and keep a name out there, it's not an easy thing, but you guys are doing just a remarkable job of it. So I thank you both for being here today, and maybe I'll see you guys at the baseball game on the 28th. But
sure.
But definitely keep his name out there, and you guys are doing just incredible work. So thank you both for being here. Okay.
Thank you for having us.